Robin Moore, and I chose to present Holding States and Schools Accountable, a New York Times article written by Matoko Rich on February 9th, 2013. In our readings, we learned that accountability involves answerability, responsibility, responsiveness, and control. One of the definitions of accountability reads, a relationship in which an individual or agency is held to answer for performance that involves some delegation or authority to act. This article brings out that Congress is considering rewriting the No Child Left Behind law that was signed by George W. Bush. But what they're trying to do now is figure out how the federal government is supposed to hold the states and schools accountable for student success. Senator Lamar Alexander of Tennessee urged that the federal government needed to get out of the way of the states and the schools. He met with the New York State Education Commissioner John B. King Jr. John B. King Jr. noted that there's a few clear, bright line parameters that need to be in place to protect the students, especially the poor, minorities, and disabled. He's also said that the federal government needs to set the right floor around accountability. The Obama administration has granted waivers to at least 34 states and the District of Columbia that is making it so that they don't have to try to accomplish the impossible task of having every child, every student proficient in math and reading by 2014. But in exchange for that, he is raising the performance evaluation for teachers, holding them accountable. The No Child Left Behind Act has pitfalls in its performance measurements. Instead of having an absolute benchmark, which holds the schools and states accountable and sometimes results in the loss of jobs for teachers, some opponents of the law say that there should be more benchmarks in place and certain things need to be measured, like the graduation rates in different cities. There are some out there, though, that support the No Child Left Behind Act and say that it is fair for the federal government to hold the states and schools accountable. John E. Deasy, the superintendent of Los Angeles Unified School District, says that if we take taxpayer money and convert most of it into salaries and benefits, the quid pro quo for that sacred trust is that we guarantee that we will graduate students college and career ready. Thank you. Good night.